As the end of the Burkinabe, President Captain Ibrahim Traoré's transitional period draws near, as stipulated by the October 2022 Transitional Charter, which he swore to uphold upon taking office on October 6 that year, the country has seen mass demonstrations and public marches erupting, with thousands calling for an extension of the transition. These protests occurred particularly on Saturday, May 11, 2024, and occupied the country's main cities of Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso, as well as other towns like Gorom, the capital of Zunduiogo province in the north of the country. One thing that became evident during these rallies was the profound admiration and respect Burkinabes have for their youthful leader. Alongside calls for an extension of the transition, demonstrators also demanded a change to the constitution before any democratic elections take place. Some citizens even displayed placards and banners bearing the slogan IB 2050, signifying their desire for Captain Traoré to govern until 2050. During the protests, one citizen at Ouagadougou's Joseph Kono Stadium voiced, "As long as Burkinabes do not have enough to eat, as long as they lack healthcare, and as long as our territory remains vulnerable, we, the people of Burkina Faso, say that we are not yet ready for politicians to return to power. We do not agree, and it is not in our best interest." In written communications, the protesters from Ouagadougou declared, "To continue this triumphant march, we call on every layer of our society, without exception or distinction, to collectively determine the path of our country. This path is nothing less than the straightforward extension of this transition, led by the people's champion and worthy son of the country, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. In accordance with the Transitional Charter adopted in October 2022, the people will soon decide on the new direction of our nation's rebuilding dynamics. Therefore, we issue a solemn and historic appeal to all Burkinabes, both within the country and abroad, as well as to all Burkina's partners and friends, to support the people's will, which remains steadfast in supporting Captain Ibrahim Traoré as the indisputable leader for reclaiming our territory and fully rebuilding our nation." Similar calls were echoed in Bobo-Dioulasso, where protesters gathered from all corners of the city at Teofio Amoro Square to show support for the transition and Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The demonstrators vehemently called for the extension of the transition period. It is noteworthy that achievements credited to Captain Traoré's regime include the resettlement of villages by FDS, security forces, efforts against neo-colonialism, military strengthening, reopening of schools following years of closure due to terror threats, the launch of agro-silvo-pastoral initiatives with 64,000 hectares of land cultivated, and the commencement of various factory constructions. In conclusion, these accomplishments easily convince citizens to advocate for the extension of the transition period.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to like the video, comment, and share with your friends.